Ho ho ho! It's me, the ghost of Christmas existentialism, and I'm here to tell you how much your favorite anime sucks. Just kidding. Look, it's been 2 years since I reviewed an anime. If there's any chance I get to mention that Ruby is B-ad, I gotta take it. The power of leaving salty comments on a 2-year-old YouTube video compels me. Okay, so this may be shocking, but it might not be what you consider a weeaboo. Like, I get all the anime memes and stuff, but I don't go around watching every single flavor anime of the month. That being said, I know good shit when I see it. And I don't know where to start. If you somehow didn't know through memes, Komi is about a girl with a crippling communication disorder. And when I mean crippling, I mean crippling. Like, holy shit. This is bad. But because she's the prettiest girl in school, her silence just emits this stoic sense of beauty, which feeds into the school's head that she's a reincarnation of God itself. And whenever someone does try and go up and talk to her, she just stares at them. And it just feeds into this vicious cycle where everyone wants to be your friend, but are too scared to approach her. However, Tabasco, fucking autocorrect, Tadano, somehow, is the only one that's able to pick up that Komi actually has trouble communicating. And after a heartfelt scene, Tadano has made it his goal to do everything in his power to help Komi achieve her goal of making 100 friends. And then antics ensue. And let me just say, everyone in this school is fucking eating walnuts or something. Because they're all nuts. Najimi is honestly one of the most clever ways of having a gender fluid character in a series. They're pretty much a super social person in class that is also a rogue and likes lying. And Najimi adopts certain genders whenever the situation is convenient, and I love it so much. Then there's this bitch. We don't talk about her. And then there's this girl who wants to be Komi-san's dog? Like, what the actual fuck? The characters are all exaggerated tropes of high schoolers, while at the same time being hyped up on amphetamines, and I fucking love it. Like, there's this Naruto fan that used a ruler as a fucking shuriken, and there's this girl in the background that I see time and time again that's just wearing knight armor. It's ridiculous, but given this is an anime, it makes all the students feel lively and distinct from one another. Combined with the already ridiculous plot, the show is just a super fun watch, as its social situations become more and more ridiculous and unpredictable. Like the second episode that introduces Najimi, they have this big ass buff guy confess their love to them, and Najimi is like, I'm a boy. But this guy, fresh out of No Nut November, is looking to smash! Meanwhile, Komi-san finds that this guy dropped his keys, so being a good Samaritan, she tries to return it. But due to her crippling social anxiety, instead of saying, I believed you dropped these keys, sir, she stutters her words, which causes her to say, die! And with the help of a JoJo reference, the dude Looney Tune books it, and the day is saved. Combined with the expressive animation, this scene was the funniest shit I've seen in a while, and this is essentially the whole anime in a nutshell. Speaking of which, the animation. Holy shit-a-moly, all over my guacamole. This show is beautiful. For a slice of life anime, at times, it looks like this show had the budget of an anime movie. All the moments that are meant to be pretty don't always land for me, but it's a lot better than an animation studio not doing enough. Like, what the fuck is this? But oh my god, the animation lends itself so well to the comedy. There's this one part where Tadano is just doing the classic, my name is Tadano, and I'm an average high schooler trope. And then a shadowy figure appears behind him, and he's gone. Then it repeats the same trope, but with another character, because this bitch fucking kidnapped him. God damn. The comedic execution is just beautiful. There are also just heart-melting moments in this show. Just the wholesome meter is over 9,000. Like there's just one scene at the festival where Komi wrote in the sand, I have more fun when I'm alone with you, and then proceeds to erase it and write yes instead. Like, god damn. I'm a grown-ass man, but this shit just melts my heart. I know this show isn't the highest form of storytelling or art, That would be Arcane.
I wake up to the sounds, the silence that allows my mind to run around when I erupt in the crowd. I'm searching to behold, and stories are told.
But it's a fun show that provides a nice message about kindness and anxiety. Like, look at the opening, for example. It opens up with this explosion of colors and stylistic effects, transitioning into a gray, dull color palette to reflect the inner somber moments where we're looking at this world from the inside out. Then slowly, it builds towards this feeling of, fuck this, I want to be happy, and Komi runs out the door to join the others. And yeah, a cat standing on a water hose causes it to inflate and water goes everywhere, but in life, we have to risk getting wet in the pursuit of fun. There's also this other moment in the show where there's this side character, my favorite by the way, who is your local cringy 8th grader, who goes up to Komi and talks about how her dragon forsu is reacting and how if they don't form a blood pact, the world will explode. Komi actually believes her and begins asking questions, and the LARPer's like, well, it's not as cool if I had to explain it. Afterwards, her dragon eye reacts, and she runs off to the nurse's office, because it's actually pink eye. The next scene is in the gymnasium, where everyone has to partner up, and she's just left alone, and it's kinda sad. But out of nowhere, Komi decides to partner with her, and in the end, she really appreciated it. Moments like these are just really nice. It humanizes even the weirdest of characters. But more importantly, I think this anime helps the viewer reflect on their own life. How a simple act of kindness to a complete stranger can evolve and blossom into a beautiful friendship. Anxiety is a very silly thing when you think about it, because really, what's the worst that could happen if I talk to this stranger? And is the worst possible scenario even that realistic? 99% of the time, no. But because of unpleasant or downright traumatizing experiences in this weird journey we call life, we often limit ourselves from just being ourselves. The fear of rejection is deeply rooted in the fear of failure, and society feeds into this vicious cycle. It gets to a point where people are so scared of failure, they structure their life in a way to completely avoid it. While repetitive, I like that the show constantly reminds the viewer of not only what a communication disorder is, but that those with it don't necessarily want to avoid communication. They just have a hard time with it. But those taking the first steps of dealing with anxiety and insecurities, those first steps can be daunting, especially in this day and age of fuckery.
What the fuck?
We worry so much about what other people think, to the point where it becomes our priority to mask our inner selves, our interests, hobbies, and all the other quirks that make us shine. Society pressures us to leave a good impression. But when you really think about it, there's really only one thing that can last longer than impression, and that's expression.
Also, what is a sub Netflix? How come the official sub looks like a fan sub and the fan sub looks like the official sub? Also, what is with this live action Netflix? What is this? This man is not gay enough to play Nachumin.